What's going on, everyone? In this video today, we're going to talk about some tips for having a healthy and safe Thanksgiving. There are many steps you can take to help keep your family and loved ones safe this Thanksgiving. With COVID, flu, RSV, and many other viruses going around, just as bad as last year. I mean, COVID, the numbers are all over the place around the country, but what's just as bad is now we have flu, RSV, and all this other stuff into the mix. Unfortunately, it's going to cause a surge. There's going to be a big explosion of all the viruses post-Thanksgiving. But there's steps you can take to keep your family safe. First off, I have to say this. If you're sick, stay home. Avoid going to your family gathering. Call up your loved ones, call up your relatives, and tell them, hey, you're sick, you can't make it. Do not be selfish and go to a gathering sick with one of these viruses. You're risking your family members. You may have high-risk family members. You're risking getting them sick. Second of all, if you're not sick, you need to do a rapid test for coronavirus before you go. Now, this is not a foolproof solution because, as we know with the subvariants out there with Omicron, some of them can evade the test and just don't become detected. So if you have the rapid test at home, or you don't, stock up and get more. Start taking a first round of tests today. Everyone in your household test today. Then test again tomorrow and before you go. So test at least once or twice, and if possible, do it. For as many tests as you have, just do it. You want to keep your relatives safe. Third, if you are going to a gathering for a far distance, so you tested beforehand, but now you have to travel. Well, you may be negative, but you could pick up COVID along the way. You got to go to the airport. You got to go to a crowded bus terminal or train station. Or you're driving by car. Now you're thinking, wait a second, but we're going to be in the car. Ha, you will be in the car. But if you're going like 4 or 5 plus hours away, chances are you might have to stop at a rest area. The rest areas are going to be packed these next few days because people are going to have to stop to use the bathroom or get a snack along the way or get a cup of coffee because the traffic's going to be bad. And guess what? All walks of life are going to be mixing and mingling in these rest areas. And those are potential areas of spread. And with that spread, you could catch one of these viruses. And even though you took all the proper precautions ahead of time, that right there could ruin your whole plan. And you could get sick within the next couple of days. So, upon going to these places, please mask up. And when you arrive at your relatives, I want you to continue masking. Third, or the next thing on the list, call your relatives ahead of time and ask if they have a HEPA filter air purifier. If not, or if you have one, bring it with you. The more you have, the merrier. If it's a larger gathering, use multiple HEPA air purifiers. And this goes same if you're hosting. If you're hosting for Thanksgiving, now I'm not hosting this year for Thanksgiving. Well, technically I am. It's just me and my parents. So 3 of us. We're staying home. Because in my opinion, it's too risky. They want to go out. I do not. The point I'm trying to make is have air purification. You can also take that a step further. Crack some windows open. Now, I live up here in the north. It's relatively cold. It's 47 degrees today. I mean, that's not too cold. But we've had a few days ago, it was just in the 30s for highs, and lows in the night have been in the 20s. But if you're lucky enough you live in a warmer climate in the south or in the west, like California or down in Florida, maybe it's warmer for you. Guess what you can do? You can have your gathering outside. Yes, open air, more ventilation, more open, fresh air, and it's safer that way. And you don't have to worry about as much spread. Now, I know this system is not foolproof. I know millions of people are not going to be watching my videos. There's still going to be a large surge after Thanksgiving. The one final thing I want you to do is, if you are traveling on your return trip, please continue masking everywhere you go. And for at least the first week, try and avoid going to crowds as much as possible, including a grocery store, shopping, holiday shopping. Black Friday's coming up. That's your discretion if you want to go Black Friday shopping. Quite frankly, if I were you, I would wait for Cyber Monday and do it online. It's going to be very risky and dangerous over the next several weeks. We're going to see a large surge. The hospitals are going to have a major strain. And unfortunately, it's unavoidable. But if you take these safety tips that I'm providing to you today, you can help keep you and your family safe. Last year on Christmas Eve, I went to a small gathering at a relative's house. It wasn't a lot of people, maybe 6, 7 at the most. We had windows cracked open. We wore masks. We took tests ahead of time. Not one person tested positive. So this system does work. It's not going to completely avoid all cases, but if you follow these tips, you can help keep you and your family safe. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video. Remember to hit like and subscribe down below. Share this as much as possible because we need to get this message out. And hey, have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, everyone.